Alright, so today I'm gonna be doing an all-locked chest speedrun, which is a speedrun where you basically try to get all of those like black, purple-eyed horned chests that are protected by some of the enemy camps in this game as fast as possible. And I basically just played through the Great Plateau because there's nothing really new on the Great Plateau in this run that you guys haven't seen before. This is an okay plateau, we take those. I got some extra food along the way because food becomes a little precise in this run. And now we're basically getting the paraglider and we're gonna make our way to the first enemy chest. There's 55 of those in this run. And I'm getting quite a few of them in the early game here on the Great Plateau. And then I'm going to Hyrule Castle to basically get as strong as possible, as fast as possible. Get some strong weapons, get some ancient arrows, get some bows. And then I will be on my way fighting the entirety of the camps. Here, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. First camp is right behind the Temple of Time. I'm gonna make my way there. And it conveniently also has some bomb barrows, which is specifically for the early game a very strong item. Like I said, later I will get very strong swords and I'll tell you guys what the best fighting strat is then. But for now, I'm gonna bomb this wall. And I'm gonna collect this honey, which actually gives me 2 hearts back. Get the bomb barrels out of the chest. We see those goblins are neatly coming together for us to end them all with 1 bomb barrel. Get some more food. And then get ready to snipe this guy. Gonna use a different bow for this. Bokus on these towers actually have a headshot modifier, so you do more damage doing headshots to them. And I feel like it's also easier to get headshots actually. I feel like the hitbox is extended. We get some arrows here, make sure that we eat food to not die to the next wind bomb, and then we move on to chest number 2. So if you look at the icons on the splits, you can actually see what items are contained in these locked chests. In the next one there's going to be fire arrows, which is useful. You don't have to open the chests, but you can. All you need to do is to unlock them to finish the run. I will open the next chest because fire arrows are useful, but some of the chests I will just skip. Specifically stuff like weak weapons and items that would give me rubies. Shooting the lantern here will blow up the camp. There's actually a blue Boko in here. 2 headshots should take care of him. And then we open the chest with the fire arrows. I split every time I unlock a chest, which is basically when the eyes turn yellow. And like I said, we're going to be doing that 54 times. But now, and I have skipped that earlier, just like in every speedrun, I will activate the tower. It's faster to do it later, because you don't have to deal with the old man talking to you. So we land in here, hit that switch, and wait for the tower to be activated. So let's talk about the chests real quick while we watch these cutscenes. The chests are pretty evenly spread throughout the game. Throughout the map, but there are some areas where there's a lot of chests and some areas where there's none. For example, in Elden, there's none, but in Hebra, there's a lot. Hebra is the cold area on the top left of the map, and there's not actually any. I mean, there's a couple chests in Akkala, but they're kind of like on the edge of Akkala. I forgot the split here. That's fine. So we'll start our run by going first to Hyrule Castle and then to Hebra, which actually has the toughest enemies. But it works out that way because we will get the baguette in Hebra. And we will also get a baguette after Hyrule Castle, and the baguette is the strongest item of the run. We'll get to that later. For now we just wait for the map to extract. And thank you so much for the 500 bits, by the way. Unreasonable doubt. I appreciate it. Thank you for the good luck. One more cutscene to skip. And then we will actually make our way back to the Temple of Time. Which seems a bit counterproductive. But since there is a very useful bokoblin right next to the Temple of Time, we're going back. And it gets even a little bit stranger because I will use that. I will use this bokoblin to go back to Cryonis, which doesn't make sense because obviously I told you I just played through the Great Plateau before I started the run or the recording. The reason I go back to Cryonis is now that I get the tower, I can actually use Cryonis as a war point. And that's quite useful in this run. I'm pretty low here. Maybe I can get a good rebound. No. No good rebound. Probably gonna end up doing another wind bomb. I need to be really careful here though, because being on 1 HP when it's cold is scary. Like, I'm gonna lose a heart here from the wind bomb. And then I'm also gonna lose some hearts from it being cold. So I just need to be careful. Food in the early game of this run is pretty hard. Pretty tight, sorry. I need to eat a little bit more because, like I said, cold damage here is a bit scary. And right over there, which is another reason to come to Cryonis, is an enemy camp. So the other reason for Cryonis, by the way, is because we will warp back here later to make our way towards Gerudo Canyon. So here the strat's pretty simple. Bomb arrow for these guys. Normal arrow for this guy. And this chest has an ember, which isn't really useful. Open these crates. We got some good items from that, some food items, and I will cook these Hyrule herbs I got here. So you didn't see me get these Hyrule herbs. I got them right next to the Magnesis Shrine. So we get them, we cook them now, which doubles the value. So basically, instead of getting 1 heart back from them, we get 2. Allows us to do 1 extra wind bomb every single time. And then we're gonna jump down. Another pretty easy camp. Like I said, bomb arrows are really useful in the early game. This is the reason why, because these guys kind of group up. And we have the next chest. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Yo, Austin, thank you for the Prime sub. I almost reset my run there. That would have been bad. I think so, Marcos. I really, like, genuinely. Like, that's why I was so surprised that I get to play the game. Because I really like Monster Hunter World, and I think it's just a cozy and, like, complex game at the same time. But we'll see tomorrow. Okay. Pretty simple camp. 3 Bokos just chilling. Monster Hunter World is amazing, actually. I really enjoyed that. Get a super launch here to make my way to the Colosseum. Really good angle, actually. And the reason we come to the Colosseum is because there is a part of the Phantom Armor on here. So Phantom Armor is DLC. DLC items are traditionally allowed in speedruns. And if you get the entire Phantom set, you get attack up level 3. And since we're going to be fighting a lot in this run, that's pretty useful. Doing more damage in a run where we need to do damage makes sense. We're basically gonna get all of the Phantom Armor parts now on our way to Hyrule Castle. And like I said, the reason we go to Hyrule Castle is mainly for strong weapons. And there's gonna be a little trick that we'll do. Something called shock trap weapon duping. And I'll explain it when we get there. What are locked chests? Locked chests are all of the purple-eyed horned chests that you have to defeat the camp to open them for first. Looks like a good angle. Because the Phantom Greaves are right here next to the central tower. On this little ruin on the very right, on the Guardian leg. We have to use Magnesis to actually get it. We take those. And then we make our way to the last piece. Once again, making sure to eat food. And the last piece is over there at the Sacred Ground Ruins. Looks like that wind bomb won't make it all the way, but that's okay. We can probably do another wind bomb off this route. And then we'll be there. Conveniently, there is a hearty radish right next to the Sacred Ground ruins. And like I said, food in the early game is a bit precise. So taking one of them is good. We get the last piece of the armor, which is swimming. And then we are stacked. At least as far as attack up armor goes, we are now in a good spot. Now we're gonna activate a shrine. And the shrine we'll get is the Katachuki shrine. We got a super launch too, which is nice. We'll use that shrine to come back here later, because one of the locked chests is actually right behind this mountain. And also you can see Mount Satori in the back, where we will get go to later to get food. But first we go into Hyrule Castle and then we get another chest. Did you die to a chest yet? Many, many times. Actually, most dangerous enemy. No super launch here, which is okay. Ideally, I would have gotten one. Because we're going to be entering Hyrule Castle now. And it's scary because these guardians have aimbot. So we gotta be a little careful. Just gonna land here for a bit. Got the cutscene out of the way. And then we're gonna make our small route through Hyrule Castle. And when I say small, we're actually gonna be spending like 7 minutes in here, which seems slow, but the amount of strength that we get from this detour is incredible. We start out by going up to this balcony and getting a chest with ancient arrows. Ancient arrows are pretty useless, actually, when we fight camps. But we are going to be using them in Hyrule Castle to do the strat I was talking about, the shock trap duping. We get 3 ancient arrows, and then I'm going to switch back to the bomb arrows and go for a pretty precise shot here to shoot the eye inside of the observatory here with that AoE explosion. That way we can pick up the Thunder Blade, which is, as the name suggests, part of the shock trap duping strat. We need to somehow make the shock trap. The Thunder Blade will basically help us to do that. Now we enter this hallway, which is the entrance to the guard's chamber. For some reason this is all unloaded here, so I don't know if the Lizalfos in this hallway will even be loaded. Okay, he will be. I make sure to use an ancient arrow on him, which seems like a waste, but he is gonna block my ability to cook here later, which I will do. Also, I was gonna say there's a wall there, it's just not loaded yet. I will blow that up for later. And then make sure that I get rid of these guys. And once again, seems like a waste to kill them, but we need to kill them to be able to sleep there, which doesn't really make sense. But it'll make sense when I do the shock trap. Now I want to make sure that I'm on full HP, because sometimes you get hit by the shock trap and you die, and you want to avoid that. And you alarm this moblin. So you can see this moblin is holding a Royal Guard's Claymore, which is a... If you get the right modifier on it, which I can't right now, actually the highest damage weapon in the game. If you don't run Ancient Proficiency, which is way too slow for this run. So I'm going to swing my shock weapon, drop it, and also drop the X, and then run away. And you can see there's a shock trap. This is what a shock trap looks like. It's basically a constantly electrified metal weapon. And this moblin is about to step in our trap. And once he does, we will sleep. There he goes. Stepped in the trap and he dropped his weapon. Now I'm going to sleep on this campfire 3 times. And you're going to see what happens. As soon as I wake up, the moblin gets shocked again and he drops his weapon. But instead of dropping the same weapon, he actually drops a new weapon. So this is a very quick way to duplicate weapons. And the weapon I'm duplicating here is actually, yeah, really powerful. And we're going to be using it a lot for the run. Actually, I do prefer sleeping 4 times here, now that I remember, after yesterday's run. Getting 1 extra Royal Guards Claymore will help us, so we're gonna have 5. That way we don't have to get the Edge of Duality, which is actually kind of too weak. So now make sure that I don't shock myself. I'm gonna shock him 1 more time, and then actually remove the shock trap. And then just make sure that I kill him so that he doesn't get annoying. And you can see there's a couple Royal Guards Claymores here now. And that's gonna be our weapons for the run. Now we move on. We also picked up Nadra's Fang, which I'm about to use for a specific cooking recipe. We're starting to get a lot stronger. We have a Royal Bow, we have like 5 Royal Guards Claymores, we have Ancient Arrows, attack up 3, so we are almost ready to actually take on like any enemy in the game. And now we cook, and we're gonna be cooking 1 Nadra Fang and 4 chilies. We're gonna be spending some time in Hebra later. Oh, that's actually insane RNG. That's so good. We got a crit on that potion to get cold protection number 2. So that is actually enough for the entire run. We don't have to get any cold protection item now. It's like the best crit we could have gotten. That will protect us through the entirety of Hebra and Gerudo Canyon. Oh, I missed that shot. That's kind of annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna make my way to this chest, which once again has Ancient Arrows. And then make my way up these stairs, which gets me to a perfect spot so that I can wind bomb to Zelda's study. Zelda's study has 1 extremely powerful item, and in the future I'm actually going to consider duplicating this item too, which unfortunately doesn't work the same way. I'm actually wondering though, could this guy ever pick up this bow? I'm wondering now. Maybe if you guys have an idea, let me know. But I think you can dupe that like that, right? Could he ever pick up that bow if he's not an archer? Because then I could just build a shock trap here and get a lot of those Royal Guards bows, which are extremely broken. Anyway, we're basically done with castle now. Gonna make my way to this 1 last tower here. He can. That's actually really interesting. If I could duplicate the bow like that, that would probably be worth it for the run. Oh, his weapon resets. That's actually a good point. Maybe the duping wouldn't work. Anyway, we're done with castle now. I actually forgot to split. We did get a gold anyway. Okay, that's not good. Not a good angle for this wind bomb. Let's try again. Wait, what? Not really sure what's happening here. Is this guy gonna see me? What? Okay, I was gonna say. I'm gonna get rid of him. He seems a bit scary. Yeah, that would be interesting though. I guess you could duplicate it once, but I don't know if that would be worth it. If you could get like 4 of the Royal Guards bows, that would be really, really good for this run. Maybe somebody else has an idea. I know you can obviously duplicate bows with menu overloading, but that seems a bit too slow for this run. So, I'm gonna reveal the strategy now that we're basically going to be using for most of the camps in this run. And it's really powerful. The Royal Guards Claymore doesn't have good durability, but this attack only uses 1 durability. So it's a very easy way to do AoE damage, only losing 1 durability, and we're going to be using it a lot for the camps in this run. I did not want to climb down that ladder. So make sure to eat to stay healthy. And collect some more food along the way before we get the best weapon in the run. Because even though we've duplicated some really strong weapons, we are about to get the baguette. 2 wind bombs should get us there. One up here. Let's hope the Wizrobe doesn't kill us. That would be very generous. Nice. And then one to this Wizrobe. And then we're gonna be shooting him. And he's gonna drop the baguette. Also 5 fire arrows in here. Now we warp to Kaya 1 to actually start the majority of the run. We still have to get some food on Mount Satori, but then we're going to be mostly fighting. It's pretty good. Quite pretty good. Yeah, baguette OP. Okay, so the baguette is the Blizzard Rod. And the Blizzard Rod helps us a lot in this run. And the next camp will actually show why. Gonna be wind bombing off the side of Katachuki, which is the shrine, if you remember, that we previously activated. I didn't get a super launch here, which is okay. Gonna try to get a mid-air. And then the next camp is here under this big natural stone bridge. I'll make sure to get my stamina back. These guys are going to see me, but that's fine. And then I jump down. Now I'm going to use the baguette to freeze these guys. And if you then use the Royal Guard's Claymore to jump attack, nothing happens. Actually, ideally I would have gotten enough AoE to kill them all, but you can still see how hopeless they are. Usually destroying these crates can be worth. I should be trying not to use the Royal Guard's Claymore too much for that, because it obviously uses durability. And now I will wind bomb up here. And I will instantly use the baguette again to freeze this camp. And also this enemy. And then make sure to push this moblin a little closer to the tower. And then from here, I'm gonna try to hit a BTB. Which once again wasn't very good. I'm actually gonna fall down again. Sadly in my last attempt of this run, I also had issues here. Hopefully I can get a better BTB now. Just making sure to freeze this camp again. I will actually get rid of this guy, just because he's a little dangerous. He's still too far away, unfortunately. Push BTBs can be very annoying, but these enemies are right there, so it's kind of nice if we do get a BTB. I don't want this bow, but it would make it impossible to get the shield jump. Oh my god. Oh my god, hello! I couldn't jump. Are you kidding me? Please just work. My god, that was the most annoying section ever. But we did it, I guess. Jesus Christ. Let's get some apples to relax. Yeah, those items kind of trolled me. So apples don't seem like the best food item in the game, but since we only have 3 hearts, they're not bad. Because we can just eat them without cooking. And replenish quite a few hearts. I'm actually gonna get a lot of apples here. Also, I'm gonna eat some of them, because if I died here, I would take a lot of damage. What happens if the potlet breaks? I am gonna get another shield later in the run. There's also a hearty item here, which I can cook at a cooking pot in a bit. I'm also gonna get some durians on this mountain. This is basically the last stop before we really start constantly fighting. I think a good threshold is to get around 60 apples at this point here from my previous runs. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. Right now we are at 38. And then I'm gonna make my way up to the durians. I think I'm gonna get this tree and then move on. Nice. That's a little bit annoying. Don't need that item. I'm on 66. That's good. And now I'm gonna make my way up here. This grove on the top has the durian trees. And they are obviously a very good food item. So I could use bombs here too to save durability, but if you use bombs, there's a pretty good chance that the durians will fly all over the place, and I would like to avoid that. Because every single durian is worth a lot. Usually the question here always comes up like, is it better to cook 1 durian or 2? And it depends on how much food you need. In this run, I want to maximize the food that I can get, so I'm going to cook them in singles, which gives me technically 1 more heart on paper. But if you want to save cooking time, cooking 2 can be better, because you get 8 yellow hearts instead of 4. But the full refill of hearts is what carries the single durian. Because I get 2 hearts back every time I eat 1. So while it would be faster to cook 2 at once, I get more value out of cooking them in singles. And since I want to maximize my food, I will do that. And this is the last stop before the run gets a lot more intense, because we will essentially, from this point on, only be fighting. This one is good so far, yeah. But Hebra is a very punishing section. We'll see how that goes. I got really lucky that I got that cooking crit earlier. That's going to be very helpful, because I don't have to do as much menuing as usually. Okay. Cooking is done. And I'm going to make my way to this moblin camp down there. Ideally I can get a really nice wind bomb here. Let's try. Pretty nice. I'm gonna land carefully behind this blue bokoblin. And then make my way over here. To set up a BTB. With this BTB, ideally, I can go all the way to the next camp, and this looks like a good angle to do that. It's a camp all the way back here in Tabantha, so we got a really good BTB this time. So we're on pace to save a lot of time. This camp is actually the perfect showcase of how broken the baguette is. So these guys are really easy to kill. We don't even need a strong bow for them right now. But these bokoblins are all gonna be frozen at once using the baguette. And then I'm gonna switch to the Royal Guards Claymore. And do this. And it's kind of broken. And that's what the majority of the combat is gonna look like. Now we make it to the next camp. Ideally by... maybe actually wind bombing like this. Yeah, it seems like 2 wind bombs are necessary here. This next camp is actually surprisingly annoying. It doesn't have too many enemies. But these, the brown moblins, they are really strong. They survive almost like everything. Like even the combination of ice and Royal Guard Claymore hit with level 3 attack up is not enough to kill them. But eventually we get them down. I think there's some arrows here. Actually, 10 arrows. Really good. Really helpful. Now I'm gonna make my way up to another shrine, which we said earlier. I won't actually be doing shrines. But this shrine in particular is a very good war point. Unfortunately, it's a bit slow to get up here, but it leads us in the right direction anyway. Which is right over there on the other side of the big canyon is where the next chest is. And later we walk back here to get access to Gerudo Canyon. Nice, we got the super launch. Gerudo Canyon is the hardest part of the run by far. But we'll get there later after we're done with Hebra. This is the... Oh, I forgot to split again. That's fine. This is the next camp. And these guys actually only get one shot if you get a headshot. Even with the royal bow. They're a little bit tankier. These bomb barrels are extremely scary. Though they can also be useful. Because they can proc the ice just as well. There's more arrows on the ground. The question is always if it's worth to pick them up or not. I think for now I'm fine. Okay, the moblin won't pick up bows. That's good to know. Sad that he wouldn't. Nice. That's a pretty good wind bump. Pretty solid speed. The next camp is right over this big hill. There's a talus on the top, but we're not interested in that. We're only interested in getting to the next camp, and then we will actually already go to Hebra, which is tricky because there's a lot of very strong enemies there. That's super annoying. I don't know why I was in Ragdoll for so long in that specific case, but I could not open my glider before I got hit, even though I mashed the X button, which is a big mistake. Specifically because in this run, autosaves are very scarce. We'll see where mine is here. Yeah, see, this is basically a run killer. And this is a good showcase of how punishing the run is. I didn't get a single autosave between activating the shrine and doing the entire next camp. So sometimes a dev like this loses like 3 minutes. But right now, we can barely keep it going. Hope that was the only big mistake. Got the super launch again at least. Looks like the wind is quite against us here for this one. Honestly, not that bad. Maybe it's 2 minutes or something. Guys, who are you trying to notify if these guys are frozen? Oh. Okay. No split this time. We technically already did this chest. Yeah, if you open the enemy chests, you get an autosave, but now the catch is you only get the autosave if you actually get the item. And most items are useless in this run. Another solid wind bomb. Let's see how the second one goes this time. Not that great. We'll try again. That's better. Saving after every chest, yeah. I mean, I feel like for some chests it's probably worth it. It's just, yeah, like the usual. Saving isn't slow, but it is unnecessary. Ideally. Okay. So I think these guys barely survived this hit. But I can reverse the combo basically, where I hit them first, then freeze them again, and then hit them again. That works too. We get the honey, which is worth 2 hearts, and get chest 11. So we lost like 2 minutes here from one dead angle on the wind bomb, which is sad because this run was going really well. Additionally, a problem is that, oh okay, that was a mistake. You can see the square bomb is still chilling there. Don't do that. Additionally, Hebra, in my personal best, was one of the best sections. So it's gonna get a bit tough to still get a PB here, but I'll see what I can do. Gonna wait for this moblin to come into position. Freeze him with a nice arrow. Aim on his shoulder. Go for a BTV. Get a completely wrong angle, which I honestly don't know how that happened. Losing time to something stupid never happens to me. Yeah, I know. Couldn't be me. It's fine. At least we're up here. And from here on out, we'll take our cold protection. Meal. If you don't know it is actually faster to get your shield out when you're running without stamina. So that's what I did there. And then I guess we have to do some wind bomb backups, which is fine. It is actually very bad weather here, which I don't understand. Because on paper, my weather should be consistent by not getting the opening cutscene. But yeah, for some reason, Hebra does still seem to be random. Sometimes it looks like snowy and sometimes it looks clear. Not quite sure how Hebra works. But it is actually pretty annoying because it's already pretty hard to find the chests. And if you can't see on top of that, it gets a bit harder too. But looks like it's over there. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for another jump attack. Go for another freeze. And then go for a bomb barrel. I experienced the weather probably too when I did the duping. No duping, weather stays static. Oh, I guess that makes sense because we're changing the days when we're doing the duping. I get it. That's tough because I can barely see anything. I mean, I can barely see that skull in distance, but Hebra isn't that long. Shouldn't take longer than another like 5-ish minutes from here. So in there is an Eiselsalvos, and they do not get frozen by the Blizzard Blood. So in these cases, I drop in, shoot a fire arrow, to kill him. And then take care of the rest of the camp. Okay, any arrows? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna make my way to the next baguette, which is conveniently placed right over there. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually hit that flagpole. I knew that was gonna happen one time. Didn't really do anything, but there's another baguette. We get those. And then I'll wind bomb up here. And then from here it's one more to get to the next camp, which is a pretty scary one. I can still not see very well. I can actually not see anything, as a matter of fact, which is a problem. Because I literally don't know where I am. Okay. Well, that's a problem because the camp is already quite hidden. Breath of the Wild made blizzards too accurate. True. Looks like this fixed the weather at least. Which, don't ask me why, this game's weird. Wait, what? Where's the whiz rope? Wait, did I get an autosave after the whiz rope died, but before I picked it up? Am I really playing Breath of the Wild? Is that what happened? I got an autosave after the wizard rope died, but before I picked up the blizzard rope. Okay, that's unfortunate. That removes one blizzard rope, but thankfully with this route I actually am fine. Yeah, I'm fine because I'm going to Gerudo Canyon early. That's a typical Breath of the Wild thing. Since I'm going to Gerudo Canyon early, I'm okay. Because there's more blizzard ropes there. Another one of these combos. Works pretty well at least. Oh, that was not much AoE at all. Yo, there's altos. There we go. No, that makes sense, obviously, Squeaky, but it was an autosave, which is the frustrating part. So, essentially, the game autosaved perfectly between the guy dying and me getting the drop. We'll try this again. Very good wind bomb. Exactly, Titan. Next camp at Hebra, another one of these. They are probably these camps are probably the hardest camps in the game. Because they are a mix of brown bokos, brown moblins and black Lizalfos, which are really strong. Also, I forgot to split for the last chest, by the way. Oops. But this is how punishing this run is. We were 5 minutes ahead earlier, and suddenly it's all gone. But that's fine. We'll just continue and see what we can get. The most important thing with a run this long with so much gameplay is to not tilt. So we're gonna keep going. Gonna shoot this guy again. Gonna blizzard these guys. And try to get a double hit. Nice. Actually, I will get this chest. Because it contains fire arrows, which is pretty useful. And then from this point out, there is only 3 chests in actual Hebra left. And then we get to see the light again. Hopefully, unless the weather is just like that in the Gerudo Canyon. Which I feel like it probably is going to be. But even there, it's only 3 camps that we have to do there. So it's not that bad. Oh, getting a nice rebound. I like to see it. And to the next camp we go. Just zoom in here real quick. Go for double hits. Kill the Woblin. And get the Falcon Bow, which we're going to be using later in the run. I don't know, I guess it depends on how much you sleep, KB, because you can get lucky, I guess, or unlucky. I guess I slept like 4 times. And then I guess it's always random if it's gonna be this condition or not. Next camp is pretty much just south from here. Quite low though, so I'm gonna try to lose some height here. That's a tricky angle. How do I play this? Probably just fall. Try to go for a mid-air wind bomb. The camp is still quite far. That would be really good, I agree. That would be amazing if they added armor where you didn't slip in the rain. Or if I actually killed them with that, would have been so cool. Imagine. Get another chest. This time it contains a flame spear, which is not super useful. I think, yep, the chest coming up is pretty high up, actually. You can see the skull on the very top of the mountain. I mean, I actually don't know if you can see it. I can barely see it. Hebra is quite foggy. And that one is another big Boko camp, where we are hopefully gonna be able to use the baguette to our advantage. Hi, Medo. Gonna go over here. Just get rid of this guy. And then use the baguette. Oh, this is looking good. What a satisfying one shot. Oh. How many chests am I at? It should be on the splits. That was chest 19. And this next is chest number 20. Time to get rid of some Lizalfos. And specifically for these enemies, the Royal Guard's bow would be fantastic. I'm actually going to save that for a later section of the run, but it would be really useful. Oh my god, these guys are out for blood. Once again, if it's possible to kill enemies with one slam, it's better because it preserves durability. Like, here it doesn't matter because it's a single enemy. But if you can do it, it's better. So this is another Falcon bow, which I'll also get. Strong bow, good range. Not super strong, but the range is what makes it really good. Easy to get headshots with. I did not want to split there. That was a mistake. Wait. I didn't pick it up. It's fine. I guess my inventory was full, but it's okay. I didn't need it last run. It's good to have as a backup, but there's some other strong bows I can get throughout the run. You don't have to get the item from the chest, like previously explained. So, maybe I can save some time here. As far as I know, yes. You only use one for jump slashes, no matter how high. Alright, this is the shrine we activated earlier before we made it into Hebra, because this gives us access to the Gerudo Canyon, which is incredibly high up. In some ways, part of the reason this run is so hard is because you literally traverse from like one of the highest points in the game to one of the lowest. And that section is going to come up. Because you can see the Gerudo Canyon is actually extremely high. Specifically the part on the right. And from there we're going to go to the desert, which is literally on like the ground level. So that part gets tricky. I hate the canyon too, to be honest. One wind bomb here should help. And then hopefully getting a mid-air wind bomb to the bridge. And then from here, I'm probably gonna need two more. Smooge. Oh. That should be enough. Gonna eat anyway, just to be safe. And if I do kill this camp fast, then I should be saving time. One of the most annoying parts. But we are still not done with the annoying parts. There's actually... there's two more camps. That are the... literally the worst. And they're at the very end of this branch, which is like chest 24 and 5 or something. You really want to be careful that you don't get hit, because there's going to be a huge explosion. I still got hit anyway, even though I said to be careful. I'm gonna get one of these weapons. And I also need to be careful that I will not miss the next blizzard rod, like I said. Because I missed one early, so I'm gonna pick one up here. Now, I'm actually not sure if this is an ice or a blizzard rod. I'm just gonna say I hope it's a blizzard rod. I think it is one. It's not. Sedge. They are far less useful. I know where another one is though. But that would have been nice. Bad baguette, yeah, unfortunately. Maybe this guy is a Blizzard Blood. Nice. Now at least that's out of the way. And we can go to the next camp. Once again, a camp with an ice Lizalfo, so we want to make sure that we get rid of him first, because he will not be frozen. Get rid of the rest of the camp, and move on. I thought it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not the same AoE from when I tested it. But maybe it was placebo, I don't know. I thought it was less AoE. But yeah, just analytically speaking, the thing that makes the ice arrow, the baguette so good is not actually it's not actually the damage. It's the damage that you get from breaking the ice, not the ice itself. Okay, if you don't jump from very high, the AoE is a little pathetic. I thought it was very small AoE, yeah, okay, that's what I remembered. So this is the section I keep talking about, the one that I'm scared of. Because we have to go from one of the highest points in the game to one of the lowest, which sounds easy on paper, but we also have to go very, very far. And it doesn't help that I can already not see anything. And on top of that, I also have to hit a pretty hard BTB, but we'll see. Maybe we can get it. Oh, and there's also Sandstorm, if that wasn't enough. If that wasn't enough yet. Okay, let's see if we can get it. I think that looks good. Okay, honestly not bad. I'm not, I mean, I don't want to get eaten by Molduga. But we take those. You can already see the camp in the background. That was impossible to miss Vox's setup, yes.
Molduga music.
Molduga music. Really good one. One of my favorite tracks. Alright, at least as a reward for this annoying movement, we get another satisfying weapon attack. Yo, thank you so much for the 500 bits, by the way. So I actually just did these chests in reverse. So the splits are gonna be a little messy. That was actually supposed to come later. That's not what I wanted to try. It's fine, let's hope this works. Actually, that looks good. Getting some fairies here, which is gonna help additionally with food or healing. I'm sure one of them is gonna come down any minute now. I'm sure this one is down to come on the journey, right? Nice. Made it eventually. I didn't know there's carrots here. What? Interesting. Doesn't seem super useless. I didn't know where to go because, like I said, usually I do these two skulls in a different order. So this is the next camp. Nice. Gonna go for the jump attack. Clear the camp. And move on. I think actually, because I can't warp right now because there's a sandstorm, that's why ideally you want to do these two camps first and then get the fairies, but I didn't get a good wind bomb. If I just shield stuff in this direction, I should be able to warp here soon. Essentially as soon as I get to... Wait, what? How did I still get lost? I made like triple sure to not get lost. And I still got lost anyway? I get lost every time. Wait, I can literally see the skeleton. How was that the border of the map? You literally get lost every time, yeah. Anyway, we can warp now. Finally. Somehow we're still ahead. Though, to be fair, in my recent personal best, towards the sun, I feel like, oh, to go out of the sandstorm, okay. I feel like this next section of the run in my personal best was pretty good, so we're gonna have to play well. Yeah, that section was cleaner than yesterday, because we got the BTB. Anyway, let's move on. This is actually the best part of the run that's about to come up. Because we are going back to the plateau and we are OP now. And this is actually the camp we use on the Great Plateau to do the BTB to bombs. Now we just destroy them real quick. And all of the camps coming up are basically pretty easy, because they're meant to be fought very early into the game, kind of as you make your way towards Kakariko, which is back there. So the camps are going to be a lot easier to fight from here. Most of them won't even require the use of the baguette. I should have actually landed to do another wind bomb. This is the perfect showcase where stamina isn't very good. Getting stamina isn't very useful. Because in that case it would have been better to just land again. The only reason I used the Blizzard Rod anyway is because the guy went to get his weapon. Yeah, that's true too. They're all really close together. This section is the most fun part. Unless something like that happens, but It's fine. Actually, let me try something. Maybe that works here too. I mean, that's pretty good. Not quite the perfect angle like the other one later in the run. But we take those. Once again, I'm gonna break those metal crates. Hopefully. Actually, these metal crates are useless, I remember that. They have like a pretty high chance to contain rupees, which is not very useful for us. No! I did not want this bow. Wait, that's an opal anyway. Ah, whatever. Guess we get an autosave. I guess I take that. See, this is the most satisfying part. Killing these guys. Actually, that wasn't super satisfying because the bomb barrels blow up. But if you fall from the right height, then you don't actually blow them up, which is fun. How does that work? You mean the wind bomb like this? Exclamation point, wind bomb guide. I'm glad I could help. Playing this section a bit sloppy. Wow. He just blocked my Royal Guard's Claymore attack. Just like that. With a Boko shield. Part 2 coming soon. Dude, I'm actually looking forward for that personally. Because I'm assuming it covers turns, and maybe that will help me finally understand them. Oh, does that work still? Oh my god, I'm getting robbed. Okay. This is one of the annoying parts in the run. Like, sometimes it can feel pretty annoying when a lot of mistakes happen in the same time, after the same time, but it is still pretty fun. So here I'm gonna try to get the satisfying hit without breaking the bomb barrels. I did break the bomb barrels. Somehow yesterday I was able to not do that, but it's fine. Now let's go over here. This might be a dead angle, hopefully not. Nice. And I'm gonna try what I tried yesterday, or what I got yesterday, which is a little dodgy. But if it works, this BTB saves a lot of time. I think that looks good. But that's weird. Because we got like no height from it this time. Yesterday I got like a lot of height. Strange. It's fine. We're losing some time in this section, but it's okay. I'm gonna go for the mandatory wind bomb of the Talus. Or not. Man, why do I always miss that? I need those style points. What is AoE? I guess I didn't explain that. Area of effect. So, it means basically this area of damage here. So I can kill multiple enemies with one attack. Like there's a big area of effect on that attack. And the effect being damage, you know? Do you go into Farron at all with this run? Not quite Farron, but like Nick Luda, which is like close to it. Like Lurline. There's 2 camps there. But not really the jungle. There's no locked chest in the actual jungle. I'm going into Kakariko to activate the Talonaic Shrine. I will come back here later when I make my way to Lurline, which is the beach area, and pretty much the more like ending section of the run. But for now, we're going into the Zora's domain area. And there's gonna be quite a few chests to get there. Very, very fast wind bomb. Specifically for not getting a super launch. That helps. I just want to make sure that I don't die. Yeah, I would have died because I saw that attack was probably gonna... Oh god, I'm burning. I have a fairy actually, I should be fine. I didn't even need it. This chest is good because shock arrows are pretty powerful. Okay, that must have been like a fake split there. Shock arrows are pretty powerful in the next area because even though, yeah, weather should be consistent in Zora's domain, it is gonna be raining. And having shock arrows for that helps. Yo, what's up, Entio? Thank you for the raid. I'm currently trying to get a good all lock chest run for YouTube. It's been going okay. I'm not sure if you had. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you opened some shiny cards, if that's what you did. Huge 3 hits. Hey. Nice. We're making our way to Zora's domain here. Well, I was trying to do that, but I got a pretty weird BTB. But that's okay. At least we got somewhere. From here, one wind bomb should probably get us to our destination. The next camp is also one of my least favorite camps. And the reason for that is it's just so hidden, which makes no sense because it's on paper it should be easy to find. But for some reason I always have issues finding it. It's obviously not this big camp right here, that would be too easy. I'm gonna land on here anyway though, just as a quick stop. Oh, sorry. And then I'm gonna fly into here, which I think I may actually be pretty close. Is this it? I actually found it first try. That's the first. That's the first. Big time save. Wait, he survived? Okay, still, nice. For some reason, this camp is always incredibly well hidden to me. Look for the pines at foot of the peak. Okay. Actually, when you come from that angle, though, it becomes a lot easier. But I will keep that in mind. The neighbor rain, exactly. That's what's happening right now. We are going to be just quickly going through Zora's domain, though. Nothing to get here, no chests. The next one is on the other side of this big structure. Yeah, for sure. The shrines are the same sometimes. The game does a good job at hiding them. Alright, time to blast off. And here I want some pretty good speed. Because there's some wind working against me otherwise. But this looks good. And since it's raining here, I'm going to be using the power of shock arrows. I'm actually very surprised that... Wait, why does the AoE not work? Wait, what? I'm pretty sure this is bugged. Is it not raining? It's raining, right? Oh my god, I'm scared. These guys are like the most annoying thing to fight casually. So if this happens, it's a bit annoying. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure there should have been AoE. Panic Rain, yeah, that's what it looked like. There should have been AoE from the rain, which is why I said that shock arrows are good, but it kind of didn't work. Yeah, honestly, the jump attack there is probably better. If you have enough height. Any arrow spawns? I will take those if there were any. Nice. Pretty quick clear still. Next chest is right on the other side. And one more. And I will get the ice arrows here. Because for the next chest we have to do a BTB. And I'm not sure what my ice arrow count is like, but arrows are pretty scarce in general. In order to get there, I'm going to go to this also kind of like skull-shaped cave, but this is not an enemy chest. This is just two guys chilling out, which I unfortunately have to interrupt them. Wish I could be them. Same, actually. They're just having a good time. And from here we should be good with one wind bomb. I guess we need to do some walking. Yo, Leo, thank you so much for the sub.
Yahoo, let's go.
I agree. Let's go. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate the sub. Not bad, not bad. Got a gold indeed. Thank you, 31, for the bits as well. And I'm gonna move on. This next section Kind of crucial to hit a mid-air wind bomb, which can be a little pressure. But if you get it, it's nice. Oh, this sucks. I like to be specifically careful here because these shock arrows are actually very dangerous.
Snipe time.
I would like to not die if possible. Okay, usually these guys drop a ton of arrows though. So that's good. Thank you for the snipe, KB. I appreciate it. Okay, we move on. Up the mountain. That's unfortunate. And then I'm gonna try to get a really fast wind bomb from here. I think I'm gonna end up using one of the ferries I have here. Great, that worked fantastic. Thanks, ferry. That was my fault. Bad bomb timing. The ferry had nothing to do with this. If I can see any enemy here real quick. There's usually a couple enemies here. I would have actually tried to go for BTB. But I think I'm just gonna try to get the super launch here. I know this section tends to be laggy. Yep, and we got it. Killing one of these guys with an ancient arrow is actually griefing, but it was too late. It's okay. I just forgot to switch. I will do that now. Alright, Navi, hope that goes well. Nope, I sometimes do that, unintentionally split there. Oh my god, I did not expect that. That was scary. I just want to get rid of the bomb. Okay, we try again, I guess. Strange. Do not get the angle I want. There we go. PB on chest run right now is 209, which we are still on pace to beat, even though I just lost a pretty big chunk of time, unfortunately. The idea of this run came from ZD3NIK in chat. Will you ever tell us how to pronounce your name, Sean? I would love to. I would love to be able to do that. Zidenjik. Okay, that's the creator of this very cool idea. It's become a very fun experience to run this. He also brought it up to me and asked me if I wanted to give this a run, and I thought the idea is fantastic, and honestly it is. I do have some criticisms for the run. I talked about that before. It's extremely punishing and it's very demanding. Like, it will literally, like, you can probably not do more than one run of this a day because you're constantly playing the game with no breaks, and it's definitely exhausting, but it's a fun time and I recommend the run, and I hope more people will give it a try so we can get it on the official speedrun.com leaderboard. You are in Elden right now, yes, but not in like the Death Mountain area where it's like actually hot. That's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, time for the tail end of the run. Most of the camps here are pretty easy, and then we go to some hard camps in Lurline, and then we just finish off the run behind the plateau. Next up, we're gonna go to the Bokoblin camp that stole Hetsu's maracas, and we want them back. One wind bomb should get us there. You didn't miss much. We've just been doing this run. One wind bomb should get us there, and since these guys are very nicely grouped up, a jump attack should take care of them. And then, like I said, one of my favorite strats is to do this Kibako launch here. If it works, because sometimes it just doesn't. Like this. But it's fine. We actually didn't take damage somehow. It's basically, I tried to do the launch I did earlier with that chest. It's really good at this section of the run because it gets you right to the next camp. But the wind bomb works too. Before the first blood moon, yeah. I mean, in this run, there's no way that you ever get a blood moon, even with time of day, because it's not even, like, ideally it's not even 2 hours long. But I'm pretty sure Croton also had like a prepared file, right? If I remember correctly, which obviously helps a ton. That's what this, in my opinion, makes this run so cool, that you also get everything as you do the run, and like the plateau and everything. Hess's Maraca dance is great. That had to take some time, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the way to do it though, if you know the speedrunner, and if you don't like constantly do stuff like the object map and stuff. Even though I'm pretty sure he probably knows about the object map, Croton knows the stuff. But to be honest though, I literally had to ask the creator of the object map to figure out what you have to type in to find these camps. It's like this really weird query. Wow, how nice of the Bokoblin to come right to me. No super launch this time. Yeah, weird. Okay. Time to make my way to Atheno, so we're gonna see another village this run. I also need to make sure, which is good, because the next camps should all have a steak grilling, which is gonna be helpful because I am getting a little low on food again. And I want to make sure to pick up those stakes. Oh, the last time that I did this split was pretty unbeatable. I got like a super launch and like a mid-air. 59 seconds. I'm sorry for the bees, but they are worth 2 health. Yeah, like I said, for some reason, every time you get one of those stakes, you also get the jingle in the item box, and I don't really know why. I don't know why the game thinks it's such a special item. Oh no, actually I know why. I think that's actually the case for every actual food item. Not like material, but every actual food item, like dish. For some reason, whenever you pick up one of those, you get an actual box. I guess that's why. This time, the ancient arrow might actually not be too bad. Just because I need to get rid of them anyway. The game considers it cooking, I guess, yeah. That makes sense. This is gonna lose me some time getting these items. But it's fine. We take those. And now we're gonna go for another bullet time bounce. At least hopefully, because I got another really strange angle. Oh my god, that was so annoying. Okay, actually I have an idea, we do this. Oh no, I didn't have arrows equipped. So I can't drown. My idea was to drown to go back up. That's unfortunate. What am I comparing against right now? The latest run. What if I compare against PB? Oh, I don't have a PB here, I guess. That makes no sense. I guess no BTB. No, actually there's another book open over there. I could try that too. Even though this is a bit of a mess right now. Oh my god, I don't have ice arrows. Okay, this is fine, this is fine. We're gonna baguette them. We're gonna baguette him. And this is very simple, just gonna jump here. Nothing was ever easier. Unfortunately, I'm not in the right spot at all. Actually, it's fine. Just gotta go back to the shrine. We're gonna just turn around. And then wind bomb there. Oh my god. Always towards the tail end is where stuff really starts going badly for some reason in this run. That's the pain of having played for 2 hours non-stop. In my case, actually 4 in today's stream. Not having bombs plus is pretty useful, yeah. I think some people don't like it because they do more damage. So when you make a mistake with a wind bomb, you do take more damage, but I like the cooldown decrease a lot. Alright, Mia Magana. It's the next one. Next shrine, which we will actually only come back for immediately after the next camp. But the next camp is a very special case. So for this next camp, you have to activate the Sheep Rustler's quest first. Otherwise the camp will not be spawned. So by talking to this person, the camp is spawned. And you can go there. Very strange wind bomb fail. Wait, that looks really weird. Link's body's like deformed. I don't know what's happening. Sometimes towards the tail end of runs, that's just how it looks like. You get stressed out, you get tired. Let's see if he can recover. The camp is down there, so we should take one more to get there. I hope this next camp also has a steak cooking, which I'm actually not completely sure about on the top of my head right now. I hope it does. Okay, very nice. And that should be it. That was actually pretty clean. Not good movement, but a pretty solid camp itself. So right now we are actually 40 seconds behind my latest run. But if you guys remember and you watched yesterday's run, there were two very big mistakes at the end of the run. One was not having enough arrows at the end, and another one was literally dying at the last camp, losing like 1.5 minutes. So we can still do this. Yeah, this is somehow impossible, getting a wind bomb from there. Lines are weird. So from here 2 more wind bombs are hopefully enough. Even though I may need 3. Also, I might do a quick pit stop to get some apples. Even though there's a Korok seed there, I'm not interested in the Korok seed. But my food is getting pretty tight. New combat got in the making? I don't think so. So this camp is a strange combination. It has like red bokoblins on the outside, but really strong and tough enemies inside, so we gotta be careful. I really like the sound of the throw sprinting with the bone weapon though. Clonk. Making sure to heal up again. Stay away from the explosion. And get rid of these two. Now, for the next camp, I'm actually gonna try out something. Try out a strat that Makar has sent me. because why not? You know, why not? This is probably a good run to try it in, because we kind of need to make up some time to make this a personal best. Now, one thing that I'm just thinking about is, isn't there actually a ton of hearty radishes here? Oh! Now that I think of it, maybe I do this branch earlier. It seems a lot... Actually, I haven't done this run too much, as you can see. But doing this section of the run early seems very strong. Because you can just get those and cook them. That's why I always stop. Yeah, I guess you don't even have to cook them. I was just thinking doing them early and cooking them seems good. But I guess we're good with the food now. Okay, let's try to actually get that thread. Let's see how many bokos we can cheese. So many radishes in my pocket. I'm a bit afraid that I don't have enough stamina here. So I'd rather try again. All of these surfaces here are a little bit annoying to deal with. That should work. Okay, so essentially the idea on this camp is to abuse the fact that these guys... you can actually just push them down into the water to get rid of them. I don't think for him I would need it. This is definitely not going exactly like I planned it, but it is what it is. Is that it? Almost. I liked how the music went quieter there to then get loud again. Honestly, not great, but we're chilling. We can make it back to the Great Plateau and finish off the run. I should get stamina vessels. I think that's a bit too slow. Unfortunately. Getting some bomb barrels here for the ending run segment. Wind bombs failing is one of the most frustrating things in Breath of the Wild. It's nice that we have them, but yeah, see, like specifically if you get it like twice in a row, I don't even know why it keeps failing here. How does the summer best segments work? It basically takes the best segments that I've ever gotten for a specific portion of run. What is happening exactly? That's really strange. I've had that happen a lot, and only in this run, which is weird because I guess I should go for less greedy wind bombs. The wind bombs I'm going for have like very high speed potential, but I guess they're more likely to fail too. It takes the best I've ever done a specific segment and combines all of them to basically my perfect time. Or like the best time that I could get. I get this. Kill this. And I killed this. Of all of my runs I've ever done, exactly. Alright, 3 camps left. We're gonna warp back to Cryonis, and even though I'm 1 minute and 38 seconds behind, we can actually still save time. We can still personal best. You're so fast. How? I've played this game for like 3,500 hours. So I've done these things a lot. But the best run that I've seen for this is like 2 hours and 5 minutes. I don't know if other people have started running it though. Because I know some people have watched the stream and maybe started looking into it. Okay, 3 chests left. One of them is here. Okay, Lizalfo's camp. I can't believe that they didn't hear their mate just get destroyed. Nice, that should be a gold split, so we're making up some time. I can actually save quite a lot of time in this next split if I play it well. Very big time save. I agree. So we're ahead now, and I still have a death that I can improve on. So that's the biggest time save. This split could be possible in 4 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna use the baguette, I guess. Let's see if I can do anything here. Nope. I guess I'm gonna try with these guys. Oh, I didn't have arrows equipped. You know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna win bomb there. So as long as I don't die, I will PB. I need to switch arrows back. And I need to stay calm. I think that should work. I can steer this enough. Alright, the last camp is a camp that is also very popular on YouTube. From Peko's Lizalfo's killer video. I will kill them a little different. Less stylish, hopefully faster. And also no master mode. This run could actually be interesting in master mode if anybody wants to try that. Could make for a fun time. Still have the royal bow. One enemy left. And there we go. Nice. And I guess this is still how you beat or unlock all locked chests in, let's say, 2 hours for the thumbnail. You know how we do it. And even though that was a little sloppy at parts, I think we still did okay. This can definitely be done under 2 hours, even faster. Probably like, honestly, with like optimized strats for every camp, I could see this being done in 90 minutes. Maybe we get some more runners for this category because I think it's an exciting mix of speedrunning and combat. Thank you guys for watching.